We are here at New Balance Nationals, joined by two-time New Balance Nationals champion, now a freshman at Georgetown, has already run 146 multiple times, the collegiate record in the 1,000, ran 2:18.0 earlier this season. Tinoda Matsatsa, thanks so much for joining us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, a year ago this time, you were here wearing the crown and all that stuff. What's it like being back at New Balance Nationals?
It definitely feels great to be back and see everyone still being fast. You know, my meet record got a scare for sure. Right when Patrick went out in like 24.5, I was so scared. I'm not even gonna lie, but thankfully I held on to it and he still ran fast. So. It works out for everyone.
24.5. I can't believe he held on as well as he did. But that you probably the party was like, I probably wish I was in this race.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, talk us through since last time we talked. Transition to college, going very well. How's it been? How are the first few months, and why is it going so smooth?
It's definitely been a great first few when I first got there. Of course, I was injured. But I think like something that changed from high school to college, I definitely been in the weight room a lot more. Like high school, I wasn't in the weight room.
Tell, dude.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, I wasn't in the weight room like at all in high school, and now I'm in the weight room twice a week. I'm stronger. I'm getting less injuries, so training has been consistent and good. I've also been doing less speed work and now having an aerobic track workout and then a speed track workout each week. So it balances out and my mileage kind of stayed the same. So thankfully it didn't skyrocket to 50 in my first year. Although I would have enjoyed a longer long run, but I'll do that next year.
The decision to kind of focus on the 800 this season, what it went into that? Because as we know, you can run a 1,500 or mile if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm just an 800 meter specialist, honestly. I was gonna run a mile sometime in February. I think at Valentine, but there were issues with my back the week before, so I didn't get my Friday workout in, and I didn't get my long run in. So we decided to do a shorter event. So I didn't get to do the mile indoors. But the plan from the get go was to definitely run the 8 because that's just where I thrive the most.
You came out with a banger with that 1K so early on in the season that it just has looked so seamless to people how you made that jump from high school competition, being a top dog there, to college. I mean, when you were standing on the starting line of these races, how did you reframe that mindset where you're you could still have that carryover where you're oh, all right, I belong here, I can compete against these top guys?
I knew, I trained for 6 months straight, as soon as I didn't have an injury, so I knew I was very, very fit. I didn't if I don't race and I just train, I get fit very quickly. So obviously I get fit very quickly. So so I just trusted my training. I know I have I have the speed to go out hard, and now I have the strength to hold that. So that definitely helped me in the 1K. I say I guess my mentality on the line hasn't really changed. I'm still go to the front, get in a good position. That's what I did in the 1K, 800 at Penn State when I ran 146 for the first time. I didn't really get out in the front, but there was a gap, so I guess I was I still had space to roam around. So
you qualified for NCAAs. I know it probably wasn't the exact weekend that you wanted.
Yeah.
But talk me through first experience racing guys on a totally new level. At the college level, New Balance Nationals where it started, came right back. Yeah. So what was that experience like, and what are you taking away from it?
It was it's definitely a big learning experience because I didn't know how fast prelims were gonna be. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how people were gonna race. So I put myself in the mix. I did want to I was planning on leading, but that fell through very quickly. So then I just tried my hardest to hold on to the third spot. It didn't work out, but it was the last 75 meters that where I was just too focused on the outside, where my inside was just it was just completely open, and then someone just came in and took that.
I feel as the fans, we were all waiting for Nathan Green at his best, Yusuf Izmana at his best, and you just fireworks in that final and how fast that could have been. And it's I guess we have to wait till outdoor season to see that all happen. How hungry are you for the outdoor season?
I'm
now?
so hungry. You have like as soon as the race ended, I was like, I know I can do better. I know I definitely like race strong. I definitely need to go back to how I raced back in like high school, because even in high school, like if I didn't get out in the front in an 8, I didn't win. That happened once at Brooks. So I just need to know for outdoor to race the way I race best, basically.
So you have this option. I know you're only a freshman in college, but I'm thinking long-term, Team USA guy. You have the option to run for Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made a decision? Because I asked you this last year, and at the time you're like, I don't know. Do I want to go US or do I want to go Zimbabwe? Where's your mind at right now?
I'm definitely gonna go with US.
Let's go! Graphic across. Signing! Top prospect! Yeah. All right, so why? What ultimately is going into that decision?
Definitely the way I thought about it is it's gonna be easier to qualify from Zim, but if I can't get out of the rounds here, I don't think I do well internationally. I know I'm definitely not gonna beat Bryce Hoppel because he's just on fire right now, but I feel like if I don't get the third spot at least, I don't think everyone who runs 144 or 143 in the prelims in the world, I don't think I'd make it out of the first round.
So here's something that I found really interesting about everyone who's quickly jumped on the Tinoda bandwagon was
we were here.
We were early.
We were here.
And Kyle, I guess this is a little bit of a question for you, because it's last year at outdoors and at indoors, we're watching these races and you can you're kind of talent scouting, and you pointed out he's going to be the best one of the bunch. Aside from the fact that he's winning, but what stood out to you, and also at the same
that
time,
back kick.
Also, Sam Parsons, I think on Twitter, had tweeted something about how you're the next real big deal, and so it's what is it about the pros that's?
I'll say what it is.
Something?
I mean, first off, obviously you've got really nice form, and that's worth something to me. But you have the combination of speed and strength, which says eventually. It's not just about running the time, but being able to close off of a fast pace, which I think you possess. And then finally, it's the background. I mean, you're still new to running, for so long you were focused on soccer, and then all of a sudden, you're only just now getting in the weight room.
Yeah.
And so, as a scout, as a talent scout, not that it's the most impressive thing in the world to say the kid who was winning nationals is going to develop and be fast, but I just think it's an element of there's still so much untapped potential that we haven't seen yet. And if your form and speed is as good as it was in high school at that point, given what you had done, then the sky's the limit.
Are you still surprising yourself in practice occasionally? You're oh man, wow, I did that.
Honestly, yes, because in practice, whenever we do fast 200s. At the end, I'm usually closing 24, 23, and I didn't do that last year. But doing it and in my time trial, and I think November, I went out in 22.2, which was a new PR for me in the 200, coming in for a 500. So I was yeah, I'm definitely just I'm in practice, I'm just so strong, and I think I'm way stronger than I was last year, and definitely, I think also having training partners helped me with that, because one, at the beginning of the year, I couldn't pace at all. I couldn't pace workouts. Well, what we'd be told to hit 70, and I'd hit 67.
Feels like 70, coach.
Exactly.
Well, Tinoda, thanks so much for coming out and joining us. I mean, how jealous are teammates, the entire Georgetown campus, that you're walking around decked out in all the best New Balance gear, the 550s? I'm sure your closet is full.
Oh yeah, everyone's always asking for a pair, but I'll hook them up soon. I just don't know when. But New Balance shipment is coming in soon.
Cool. All right, love it. Appreciate it, Tinoda.
Of course, thank you.
Sweet.